A typical definite integral is going to look in this manner: integral a to b fx dx, where a is called the a and b are called lower and upper limits respectively. A and b are called lower and upper limits respectively. Okay. Now, how do we evaluate definite integral? We evaluate definite integral with the help of fundamental theorem of integral calculus. It's very important. Fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Okay. Now, what is the fundamental theorem? So, given integral a to b fx dx, to evaluate this, what you do is we first evaluate integral fx dx. You know how to evaluate an indefinite integral? We have already seen. Evaluate integral fx dx. Okay. Let us say after evaluating, you get another function phi x. Okay. Plus c. Right. Now, what you do is, in order to use the fundamental theorem, now once you get phi x integral, the indefinite integral of fx as phi x plus c, now you evaluate the definite integral. So therefore, integral a to b fx dx is equal to phi x plus c. This function, we write this as integrated between a to b. Now, what does this symbol mean? This symbol means that first of all, we need to put b in this function. That means I'll get phi b plus c. After putting b, we put a minus sign, and then we put the lower limit in the function here. Get phi a plus c, which you get as phi b plus c minus phi a minus c. So plus c minus c cancels. So you simply get phi b minus phi a. Now what you see, very interesting thing that you see here, that in a definite integral, the constant of integration is cancelling here. So in a definite integral, while evaluating a definite integral, we ignore the constant of integration. So while evaluating definite integrals, the constant of integration is ignored because it cancels out actually. Okay. The constant of integration is used only in indefinite integration. Fine. Now, there's something that I would like to discuss here. Another note. See, whenever you are writing, when phi x is evaluated between these two limits, okay, when you are, let's call this a, when you are interchanging the limits, okay, phi x from a to b, suppose you are writing this as b to a, then you put a negative sign, okay, remember this. Next is, if you have any constant into phi x and you are evaluating between a to b, then you can take this constant out, k phi x a to b. Okay, remember these two will be using. Let's see now the problems on definite integral. Very simple problems, very small simple problems. First one, you have given integral is integral 1 to the power of 4 x plus 1 by root x. Now without the limits, let us first integrate without the limits. X plus, consider this as I, is equal to x plus 1 by root x to the power, no, this is simply this. Okay, dx. So let's see. So this is, this is x dx. You simply separate plus integral dx by root x. So you get this as x square by 2 plus integral x to the power of minus half dx, right? Which is equal to x square by 2 plus x to the power of minus half plus 1 by minus half plus 1 plus c, which is equal to x square by 2 plus 1 minus half is half. So this is 2x to the power of half plus c is equal to x square by 2 plus 2 root x plus c. This is what you are getting. Now, once you have evaluated this as an indefinite integral, now we shall evaluate the definite integral. So integral 1 to 4 x plus 1 by root x dx is equal to, now just you will write the without the constant, because you know that in definite integral we ignore the constant. So x square by 2 plus 2 root x. This integral has to be evaluated between, what are the limits given? 1 to 4, right? How do you evaluate this integral? Put 4 first in the function. In this entire function, put 4 first. What do you get? 4 square by 2 plus 2 root 4, right? Upper limit you put a minus sign and then put the lower limit. I'll put the lower limit here in this function. So you get 1 square by 2 plus 2 root 1. Okay. So this becomes 16 by 2, which is 8, plus 2 into 2, which is 4, minus, this is half plus 2. So this is 12 minus 5 by 2. So 24 minus 5, 19 by 2. And that's your answer. Is definite integration clear? We do the next one. And then we can take a 10 minutes break. Part 2. Evaluate this as an indefinite integral. Integral 3x square minus 2x plus 1 dx. I is equal to this. So this is integral 3x square dx plus minus, in fact, minus integral 2x dx plus integral dx. 1 dx means integral dx. Take 3 out. Here take 2 out. Integral dx is simply x. Now we can evaluate this as x square, integral x square is x cubed by 3 minus twice integral x is x square by 2 plus x. And you give a constant of integration plus c. Cancel these two. And this also gets cancelled. So what you get ultimately is x cube minus x square plus x plus c. Okay. So therefore, integral minus 1 to plus 1, 3x square minus 2x plus 1 dx is equal to, write this without the constant of integration, x cube minus x square plus x, evaluated between, what are the upper and lower limits? Lower limit is minus 1, upper limit is plus 1. And how do you evaluate this? You put 1 first in the function, so you get 1 cube minus 1 square plus 1 minus, and then you put minus 1. So minus 1 cube minus 1 square plus minus 1. Now this you evaluate 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 cube is minus 1 minus 1 square is plus 1 minus 1. So this plus 1 minus 1 cancels. You get 1 minus of minus 3. 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4. That's your answer. Okay.